Welcome back to I Accidentally Married a Filipina. My name is Lilette. The night before Rob went back to America, we discussed about the plans of our upcoming wedding on July 2022. We had some list what we need to prepare while Rob is in America. I told Rob about what I want in my dream wedding. Rob agreed my idea. When time came, he fly back to America and I'm here in Philippines. I started making a list for our wedding. I do a lot of Google about wedding venues, wedding dress and cakes, and butterflies. I want a beach or a garden wedding. I saw a lot beautiful garden venues and beach venues. But I was thinking if I choose a beach venue it is far from Manila and I also considered the guests to attend our wedding. It makes them hard to go there. And also the expenses. Then, I made a final decision to have a garden wedding. A lot of time and efforts I made to search a venues and inquiries about the venues. Until my friend told me about the Blue Garden wedding events at Quezon City, Manila. I searched the internet about Blue Garden. It looks nice and there was 3 options. There was open garden and inside the hall. I was interested in this venue. I visit the Blue Garden with my friend and my family. I asked the manager in charge to give us a tour in their venues. Everything is nice. I asked about the price of wedding venues. They gave us the package deal including the food, design, MC, photographer, sounds and lights and cake. It cost 184,000 pesos. Although it was an intimate wedding for almost 30 persons only. But I have my own cake wedding design so, I still ordered another cake to get my own wedding cake design. And have my rose petals after wedding ceremony instead of butterflies. We went to Divisoria to look my wedding dress, prenuptial dress, headdress and my shoes, and my family's gown and barong. It has a lot of beautiful gowns. I was so amazed and excited. My wedding gown design was almost 16,000 pesos. For me, I knew it wasn't expensive but I was thinking it happens only once in my life. And I was waited this for so long to have this dream wedding. My family was also had their own design of their gowns. I want them to look nice and elegant in my dream wedding. I told Rob about the venues, dresses, all the needs in our wedding and the cost. Rob never say no about the cost. He sent me money to pay off the needs of wedding. When Rob arrived here July 1st week of 2022 for our wedding. We went to City Hall and Manila US Embassy to process our documents in our wedding. We went to Divisoria pick up my wedding dress and for my family. Rob has a special request in our wedding. He want to wear barong in our wedding. I was happy he liked the Philippine barong. Every day is a busy day for us to prepare the wedding. It was about 3 months of preparation in our wedding with the help of my family. It was so hard for me to prepare without my fiancé here in Manila. But I never complain it. During the night before I asleep I told myself, before I was only watching weddings in a movie and magazine, attend wedding for a closest friend, but now soon I am going to be a bride next month. I never noticed I had tears in my eyes drop off. Tears of joy because not only because I am soon to be a bride but because I got a sweet and kind future husband. Before the day of our wedding, the whole night I can't sleep, I felt a back pain. I can't explain my feelings. Maybe because my single days is over and I am facing the new chapter of my life as a wife. At the morning before I get up, I prayed first and asked God guidance for everything I made a decision in my life. It's because in a few hours I am going to be wife. When I got the wedding venues and saw it was so beautiful and amazing. While watching my families wearing their beautiful gowns and beautiful smiles it makes my heart so happy. While walking in the aisle seeing my husband waiting for me, I want to cry because of happiness but I controlled myself not to cry, not to make people see me cry in my most beautiful day. This was my most beautiful day happened in my life.
The wedding game is similar yet different between our two countries. Number one, there was no rehearsal. Everyone acted like this was normal, so I went with the flow. The photographers show up and have us get dressed. They asked for too many poses, in my estimation. They wanted me to put on my shoes and button my shirt while sitting in front of a fountain. For what? I don't prepare my wardrobe this way. Who asked for this picture? Then they have us all over the property posing as Lilette gazes off into the distance and I'm looking up at another fountain. I ask, why don't you have us looking at each other? I mean, we're in love after all. What is she supposed to be looking at off in the distance? So many weird poses. The worst part of the whole expensive wedding photo shoot, like every Filipina you will meet, they used a whitening filter so my beautifully tanned wife looked white and her white husband looked transparent. This was not revealed until we got the proofs in the mail. Totally unrecognizable. Neither of us looked like that. But on to the wedding. We only had about 30 guests and it was decorated very fancy, very classy. I went up to the front with my family of groomsmen in tow and stood to wait for my bride. All the participants made their way to their places and the processional began, and Lilette came to the opening of the aisle and stopped. My heart almost stopped as well, and I considered taking a knee to recover and catch my breath. She looked beautiful. As with most Filipinas with a province background, you're never going to see them in full hair and makeup and a fancy gown until such time as you are exchanging vows. I already knew I was a lucky man, but watching her walk towards me to be joined in holy matrimony is a feeling I will never forget.